think Stern is really strong as an academic institution.
We get some pretty incredible professors to come in.
They were able to teach you in a way that you felt, once I get out, I can actually use this.
Everybody will talk about Professor Damodaran and corporate finance and valuation. I think he's a phenomenal professor.
Yeah, Damodaran's by far my favorite.
Corporate finance is pretty much unmissable.
Has 2 classes, corporate finance and valuation.
That was the first time that I actually felt like I was an MBA. I think I come from a non-economics, non-business background.
He explains the most complex finance concepts in a very simple way, using personal anecdotes, very likable.
I'm studying for the CFA as well. Within the CFA, they were referencing Damodaran. So you're learning from some top-notch people at this school.
The guy who basically wrote the test.
Wrote the book on valuation.
I really liked Managing Growing Companies with Oken.
Oken's Managing Growing Companies.
Professor Oken, I really liked Professor Oken.
I think it's my boyish good looks.
I think his ability to deconstruct a case and sort of facilitate in-class discussion is unparalleled.
So I took family business management and then entrepreneurial finance.
I took managing growing companies and I took the business startup practicum.
The other one I would add is decision models with Juran. First of all, you gotta love Professor Juran.
Roy Smith, he's one of my favorites.
I love him.
He's not only an academic but a practitioner as well. So he's definitely one of those people I recommend taking, whether it be in entrepreneurial finance, which is what I took him in. I heard he's great in global banking. Katie took him in professional responsibility.
One of the best things about Stern is the access to a lot of the adjunct faculty.
The Chief Research Officer of CBS was a professor.
Work in the real world during the day and teach our classes in the evening.
So there are CEOs of huge media companies such as Tad Smith.
Corporate finance and strategy within EMT, taught by Professor Tad Smith, and this class blew me away. Understanding the market, understanding market sizing, and really getting appreciation for how to make money in media.
Competitive strategy in the marketplace with Professor Chepial.
If somebody told them that they would have a 90-minute oral exam, they never would take the course.
Really great training in very high-level strategic thinking.
Chris Dixon, who heads up a hedge fund, specifically, dealing with media and entertainment.
Leading Sustainable Enterprises is one of our newer classes at Stern. It's on the social.
He's a TA.
Social.
Yeah, you got it.
It's on the social enterprise innovation track, and it's a growing class. We bring in speakers almost every week that are practitioners in the area that we're talking about in the class.
Really enjoyed Galloway's brand strategy.
Scott Galloway was an amazing professor. I would suggest taking brand strategy if you come to Stern.
Galloway's just really, I think he's very honest, he just puts it out there like it is.
We talk about electing candidates, or thinking of political figures as brands, thinking of countries as brands, and try to develop a skill set such that you can apply brand-based methodology to almost every corner of your professional and personal life.
Very powerful person, great presenter, and sort of really allows you to think strategically about brands and pique my interest in brand strategy as a career as well.
Sonia Marciano is a phenomenal strategy professor and really helped me, I think, in my consulting interviews, just thinking about strategic issues in a different way.
A great person both personally and as a professor, and I think she really brought the strategy down to the bare essentials.
She did a strategy overview for anyone who wanted it in my class, and I brought it all with me because it was she's great. She's so good.
It's pretty much you're running a mutual fund, and all the students are analysts. We manage about $2 million, which is one of the bigger ones as far as business schools are concerned.
I really enjoyed a class called Business of Producing with Peter Newman, who is a great producer.
Peter's someone who produced for Robert Altman. He produced The Squid and the Whale. A very accomplished film producer.
And learning about producing from him was really great to learn from someone who's actually out there and doing it.
And another one which I think shows, again, the quality of discussion and learning from your fellow students is Multinational Business Management with Robert Salomon. Very intimate class, 20 of us in the class.
Half of the value from the program comes from your peers.
Any emerging country, any developed country, and just discussed a business issue. It was case-based, but it seemed to me there was already somebody in our class from that region of the world, and they could add something to your learning.
The Craft of Commerce and Cinema was one of the best classes that we took at Stern.
So it's just one of those extra things that I think you find at Stern that you don't find anywhere else.
It was really interesting. We got to go to the Cannes Film Festival.
They arranged some pretty amazing meetings, to be one of 30 people in a room with Mark Gill.
We met with Michael Barker from Sony.
Sensory overload. Everywhere around you, there are people in the business. You know, everyone you talk to has an interesting story. They come from all over the world. You know, producers, writers, directors, actors.
It's one of the reasons why I wanted to go there, because I'm like, what a great class. I mean, where else are you going to get this?